Morning.
Good morning.
Today is 23rd of August 2024. Okay, so today is another Get Connected sessions. Today we're going to talk about a very interesting topic, manufacturing license, which have been in place for many years. But most of the manufacturers, they don't bother. Okay, so we want to bring out this issue again. I think before we proceed, let me introduce myself. My name is Mr. KTP. I'm from KTP, group of companies. I'm approved auditors and licensed tax agents. With me is Miss Lim.
Hi everyone, I'm Miss Lim, Client Relations representing KTP and THK.
So today we're going to cover manufacturing license from MIDA. Okay. What's so in today? What is so trendy about manufacturing license?
The matters that we bring out this manufacturing license is because recently we encounter some clients' feedback that they encounter, for example, they apply for business license, all sorts of license. The government officer asks them, you are a manufacturer, right? So do you have manufacturing license? So some of the clients say, I don't have.
So I think before we proceed, we will say that when you set up factories or even you set up office, simple office, okay, definitely you have to go to, in Johor Bahru, you have to go for
MPJB, Majelis
Bandaraya, Johor Bahru. In Kulai, it's Majelis Bandaraya,
Iskandar Putri,
something like that. So basically you need to apply for business license and signboard license.
Correct.
So one of the requirements recently, okay, it so happened to us that MPJB require manufacturing license from MIDA. Okay, so today we're going to talk about what is manufacturing, what is manufacturing activities. We're going to talk about the criteria. We're going to talk about how to apply. We're going to talk about any exemption, thing like that. So before we proceed, what is manufacturing license?
Manufacturing license is actually an official permits approved and issued by Malaysian Investment Development Authority. In short, we call it MIDA, and it's governed under the Industrial Coordination Act 1975. In short, we call it ICA. So the Act requires businesses that carry out manufacturing activity to apply for this license.
So I think, as I said, as Ms. Lim said, this law is enacted in 1975. So it has been in the practice, have been in place for many years. So basically, as you say, and we say that manufacturing license. So definitely you have to involve in manufacturing activity. Okay. So the next question is, what is manufacturing activity as defined by Industry Coordination Act? We call it, in short, we call it ICA. Okay.
So ICA actually defines the manufacturing activities as the making, alteration, blending, ornamenting, finishing, or otherwise treating or adapting any articles or substance with a view to use it for sales, transport, delivery, or disposal. And this includes the assembling of parts and ship repairing, but shall not include any activity normally associated with retail and wholesale trade. So in other words, in a more simplified way, it involves transforming the raw material that you bought, and then you alter it in their physical, chemicals, or mechanical properties to produce a new product for sales. Okay, this process may involve cutting, molding, welding, or paintings, which significantly change the characteristic of the raw material used. This also includes the assembling of parts, where combining different components to create a new product. So this including you screwing, welding, gluing all parts together. And additionally, it's also extended the definitions to ship repairing activity.
So basically, is in layman term, manufacturing is turn one into another one. Okay, so it also include processing.
Processing, yes.
Yes, like cutting, molding, painting. It also include specialized industry like shipping, things like that. So if you're not familiar, normally my advice is apply MIDA. Call to MIDA, inquiry MIDA whether this is required or not. Okay, so what is the key criteria?
So
To what I mean that key criteria, you must apply
for this manufacturing
yes,
license.
exactly.
Okay, the key criteria I divide into two. One is the main criteria, followed by the secondary criteria. So the main criteria comprise of two. First criteria is the company's shareholders' funds exceeded 2.5 million and above. Or the second criteria, number two, is you're employing 75 or more full-time paid employee. So this is the two main criteria that needs to apply for this manufacturing license. As on the other hand, the subsequent criteria, mean the secondary criteria, there's four. Number one is the project capital investment per employee is at least 140K. Then followed by the second one, where the total full-time workforce of the company comprise at least 80% is Malaysian. And followed by the third one, at least 25% of the company full-time workplace are in the managerials, technicals, and supervisory. We so call it MTS staff with a degree and or diploma certificate, or the product value added is at least 40%. And the last criteria, the number four, is the project must consistent with the national economic and social objective, and it promotes an orderly development of manufacturing activity in Malaysia.
So let me summarize. Basically, it's fall into two tiers. The first tier we talk about dollar and cents. Okay, so basically the shareholders funds, meaning your share cap, basically your share cap for newly incorporated companies must be exceeding 2.5 mil. Okay. Second criteria is you must employ more than 75 full-time employees. Okay, tier two is a bit technical. Basically, it will say that capital investment. It will say that about workforce, Malaysian. We will talk about value added. Okay, subjective, technical. Perhaps you should, if you have any queries, my advice is always call up MIDA. In JB, they have a MIDA office. Okay, of course, you can call up us, things like that for inquiries. Okay, is there any exemptions? Is there any exemptions?
Yes, definitely there are exemptions from requiring this manufacturing license. The exemption is also based on the previous the criteria that I mentioned earlier. If let's say your shareholder funds is less than 2.5 and your employee less than 75 full-time worker, so you are exempted from manufacturing license. Although it's exempted, the application is still required to apply with MIDA.
So this play safe is just submit the application.
Yes, submit the application.
Then wait for the MIDA come out officials, yes or no, or approve or not approve.
Yes.
Okay. So the next question is always how to apply manufacturing license.
Now the applications all go through online. MIDA have an online application portal. So whether the manufacturing license or the exemptions license applications all need to go through online. And then basically after you submit the application, MIDA will assess the information that you submitted. And then for those exemptions from manufacturing license, after you submit, they will issue you a so-called ICA 10 forms, and an exemption letter will be issued after the approval to proven that you are exempt from manufacturing license.
So in short, basically everything is done online. Everything is done through MIDA online portals.
Yes.
Even the submission of forms, things like that, I think they're pretty straightforward. Okay.
Yeah, because they get it done application online to going through the process in self-assessment and also self-declarations. So this mechanism will implement to expedite or to get the process fast on the approval, especially because every manufacturer is waiting for the license, only they can carry out the manufacturing works.
Okay, the last question. What are the benefits? Okay, definitely I think people ask what are the benefits, right?
Yes.
Yes, so perhaps you should. Okay, I think the first one, MIDA not only approve manufacturing license, okay, they also approve pioneer status,
Investment tax allowance.
exactly. So there are some those tax incentive under the Promotion of Investment Act. It's governed by MIDA. So normally those tax incentive, they also look at manufacturing license. So it's better that you apply this thing outsource. The next one.
So Mr. Koh just now mentioned what is the benefit of having this ML, the manufacturing license. Basically it's because of you are a manufacturing company or businesses. So the very first one, the benefit is you are comply with the regulatory requirement. So this one will avoid you from being penalties if the regulatory body to come for spot checks.
I think Malaysia is getting more and more fine country, meaning more and more fine from government authorities. Okay, in the past, this kind of requirements, people one eye open, one eye closed. But nowadays, so you better play safe, and then it's not much of a hassle. Okay, everything can be done online.
Second is the legitimate of your business manufacturing operations. So these ones give when the manufacturing license added credibilities to your business. So it shows that your operations meets the required standards set up by the Malaysian government. And then this one also build up the business reputations to your customer, your suppliers, and also your partners.
Yeah, exactly. I think sometimes the banker will ask you, do you operate your factory on a legitimate place, thing like that.
Yes.
So one of the requirement is manufacturing license. I think some of the big supplier MNC, they also look at this, right?
Yeah, not just supplier, but like the immigrations, when you apply for working permit, they also will look at this manufacturing license as well.
So with this, I summarize, I think manufacturing is in place since 1975. Okay? As long as you are in manufacturing industry, you should look into it. Even though you have been in operation for years, I think you better look into it. For newly incorporated, I think no choice, because recently we have complained from our clients that Majlis Pandaran, Johor Bahru, or Kulai, or Iskandar will look at this. So basically, the condition is very simple. There are 2 tiers. First tiers, we look at 2.5 mil share capitals. We put it shareholder funds.
Yes.
Okay, 75 employees. Okay, then second tier, we look at value added. We look at the composition of your employees. We look at the requirement for investment, fixed asset investment. So how to apply? Straightforward. You go to MIDA portal, you do it online. Even the form submission, you do it online. Okay, with this, I conclude today's sharings. Thank you very much, Ms. Lim.
Thank you, Mr. Ko.
Have a nice weekend.
Yeah.